Darkness falls into roars. Old films you blocked. Hollow wars from the crypt. Tales arise. Yorkshire keep. Cursed night skies. Friday night, fears embrace. Eyes wide, arms race. Grotesque past, shadows near. Appointed with fear, disappear. Specters haunt, screams at night. Vicious screams, endless fright. Legends told, torn to shreds. Your psyche, waking dead. Friday night, fears embrace. Eyes wide, arms race. Grotesque past, shadows near. Appointed with fear. Disappear, disappear. Specters haunt, screams ignite. Vicious screams, endless fright. Legends told. Friday night, fears embrace. Eyes wide, hearts race. Grotesque past, shadows near. Appointed with fear. Disappear, disappear. Fears embrace. Eyes wide, hearts race. Grotesque past, shadows near. Appointed with fear. Disappear, disappear. Disappear. Evil laughs, bloody might, old and new, pure terror sight, keeps with you. Truth unveils, endless dread, no veil. Friday night, fears embrace. Eyes wide, arms race. Grotesque past, shadows near. Appointed with fear. Disappear, disappear. Disappear.
Hey up, it's Steve from that old Yorkshire Geek, and welcome to episode 172. I'm not getting any better at a mama. Of Friday Night Appointment with Fear, and this week we're going to have a look at Zombeavers, which basically does what it says on the tin. It's not the greatest film ever made, but it's fun. It's fun. But before we get started, don't forget to like and subscribe, share the videos, drop a comment, hit the notification bell if you're subscribed already. We're live on YouTube. Let me double check. I did check, but I'll just double check. Yes, we're live on YouTube and we're live on Rumble. Yes, we are. But we're not live on Twitch because I don't do Twitch anymore because no bugger watches it. No bugger watches me YouTubes either, or me Rumbles, but never mind. Anywho, I might explore the description for links for stuff like merch and, apologies, and me books. There they are, Amazon Kindle and paperback. Got words in and stuff, but not necessarily in the right order. What else? My websites and my other channels and my social medias and stuff like that. Become a member and you get early access videos and exclusive videos and all that cool stuff. Right, so Zombeavers. From, I can't remember, 2014, from a horror comedy from Jordan Rubin, who apparently is a stand-up comedian turned director. I don't know, never heard of him. I don't know anybody in this film apart from one bloke. And you'll know him when you see him. He's a very famous comedian. Directed by him, written by him and a couple of other people. And it stars, as I said, people you've never heard of. I'll go through them. Rachel Melvin, Courtney Palm, or is it Pam? No, it's Palm. Lexi Atkins, Hutch Dano, Jack, whatever, you don't know who they are. And Bill Burr's in it. He's the most famous person in it. But doing the voice of the Zombeavers is, I'll get his name wrong. Is Fred Tatasciore. I'm probably mispronouncing that. Who is most famous now for voicing. I forgot the name of his character. Samantha Thingamabob. If Wingrace turns up, he'll tell me. The voice of the Samantha something, the engineer in Star Trek Lower Decks. So, but anywho. So that's that. What else? Anything else about it? No, it's about beavers that become zombies, and that's basically it. And a cast of characters that deserve everything they get. But anyway, so I imagine this will be a quick one tonight because we'll just fly through this because it's not a long film and there's not a huge amount to break down, and there's a bit of boobage which I'm gonna have to be quick to skip. But anyway, I'll do my best. Right, so we'll get on with it, shall we? I'm not going to watch the film, obviously, because YouTube would throw a conniption fit and just stop the stream. By the way, I do have a physical copy of this. I usually show off the DVD or Blu-ray, don't I? We do have it somewhere, but I can't blooming find the thing. And I have seen it recently. I remember seeing it on the shelf somewhere, and I've looked through all my shelves, and I don't know where it is. The spirits of the house have secreted it away. But anyway, what we're saying. We're going to go through it in a series of stills, and I'll try and remember what I've learned from IMDb. Dear. Yeah, by the way, it's a low-budget film. I've just looked it up, the budget of the film, and it was a little under $2 million. So that shows. The Zombeavers are exactly the best puppets you'll ever see. But they're fine. It's all done in fun. Right, so I'll pop myself down to the corner, and we shall get on with it, shall we? We'll get that out. There we go. And I'll pop myself down. Which one is it? That one? Yeah, that one. And we'll add that to this. Hang on, I haven't full screen the bugger. Oh, what was that? Something's just fallen off. What's that? Oh, yes, I know what that is. Sorry, a lead fell off. It's all right. Stay there. Stop falling off. I forgot what I was doing now. Oh, yes, full screen in this. Right. As I said, 172 episodes of this, and over 100 episodes of, I think, of Magnificent Mondays, and I'm still rubbish. Anyway, off we go. There we go. It's a Universal picture. And also Epic Pictures, who kind of stolen the Universal logo. Is it a subsidiary? I'm guessing it is. Anyway, off we go. Right, we begin. There we go. Mamaroneck. I don't know if that's a reference to anything. Medical research facility. Medical waste pickup. Hang on. See if we can get a sharper image. There we go. Transport and environmentally friendly disposal. Yeah. Anyway, so this kind of follows the story, or the origin, I suppose, of the zombies. It kind of in Return of the Living Dead, but it's not as good as that. But anyway, so there we go. So there's we see it's there we go, a truck. Oh, for Pete's sake, go back a bit. There we go, with lots of barrels on the back of it, and there's Bill Burr, and doing a couple of doing some comedic lines with his partner. I have no idea what these characters are called. Let's have a look. Who does Bill Burr play? Bill Burr plays Joseph, and I think his mate next to him is Luke. I think I could be wrong. He's got a terrible. It looks like a false moustache. At first I thought, is it somebody really famous in disguise? You know, like Johnny Depp, because he's done like films in disguise before, hasn't he? Tusk, for instance. Anyway, so they're all having fun and talking about relationships and stuff like that, and he says he once dated a man and all that stuff, and yeah, whatever. And they're talking away, not paying attention. He even gets his phone out. Luke's telling him he once shat on a friend's table. It's funny at the time. There we go. I did take a dump on his table. And then he gets his phone out. There's Bill Burr. There we go. A flip phone. I mean, it's 2014. Didn't they have screens then? You know, whatever. Gets a flip phone out. And then he says, do you see that deer there? There you go. You see that deer up there? And he goes, yeah, I see it. And obviously he doesn't. He says, I don't think you do. And then, they hit the deer, poor thing. No animals were harmed in the making of this film, apart from a bear got a purple nurple, but he started it. It says that in the end credits. I'll show you when we get there. I don't even know what a purple nurple is, but he got one. Anyway, they've killed a poor deer. I admit it, I didn't see the deer. It is a comedy, by the way. Ish. Sometimes it's not very funny. Sometimes it is. There we go. It's quite gruesome as well, by the way. Lots of, cartoon gore. Such as that, what's left of the deer. Anyway, so I also didn't see. I forgot to point it out. Something came off the. There we go. One of the barrels comes off the truck and heads off. There we go, into a lake or river or whatever. It's a lake, I think, isn't it? So anyway, they carry on. They don't realise they've lost anything. Just check the back, and then we get the opening credits. There we go, with some animation and stuff. There we go. Blah, 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 blah. And then we see the barrel going on its journey. And it ends up at a beaver dam. There we see some very realistic beavers. There they are. By the way, who did this visual effects? Not visual effects, the creatures. Creature effects did them. Let's have a look. Who are creature effects? Mark Rappaport, creature effects artist. There we go. What else has he done? It was animatronic animals, and he did the horse rode by Tom Cruise in The Last Samurai. Prosthetic makeup for 300, and I Am Legend. So there you go. So he's done some big films. He was born in Japan. Oh, that's interesting. What else has he done? Doesn't say. Just 300. I Am Legend. And other projects, Narnia, Prince Caspian, Cowboys and Aliens. So there we go. So he's got some good films. This isn't one of them. I imagine they had bigger budgets for the others. But anyway, press the wrong button. Have I? Yes. What have I done? I've done something. Go away. What's that? I pressed the wrong button. Oops. There you go, and now it's squirting green stuff. What the hell is it anyway? It just says warning biohazard medical research facility. Doesn't say what it is, but it turns them into zombies. And there they go. Good state of them. Bless them. Anyway, right, then we cut to a gas station, as you call them in America land. We call them petrol stations. Or, round here, it's the garage. I'm off to garage for some petrol. That's what we say. Anyway, and then we see a young woman on the phone in the lavatory crying. This is Jenna. See if I can see if I can remember the names. I think it's Jenna. Just Jen. We've got Jen, Mary, and Zoe. They're the three main characters, and then some others turn up as well. And we learn that her boyfriend has cheated on her with some mystery woman who will be revealed later. So she's upset about that. Then somebody knocks on the door and says, because apparently she's in the men's room, and it's a trucker there, and they says, sorry, the ladies' room was occupied. So fair enough. That's the last we see of him, I think. Right, so she gets back in the car, and this is where we meet the others. There's Mary driving. Here we go. We'll see him from the front. Pardon me, that's Mary driving. Who plays who? Who plays who? Lexi Atkins plays Jen. Rachel Melvin plays Mary. She reminds me of Elizabeth Banks. The actress and director. She reminds me of her. Maybe a younger version of her. And Courtney Palm plays Zoe. Don't know who plays the dog. Does it tell us? Does it tell us who plays the dog? I'll go to all cast and crew. Who plays the dog? It don't bloody say. No, it don't. Poor dog don't get a credit. And he's got an important role in this film as well. He's even in the bloopers at the end. Anyway, so there they are, having fun and games. They're heading out for a girls' weekend at Mary's cousin's house in the country, or cabin in the country. So no boys allowed. And Zoe's not happy about that because she's a bit of a nymphomaniac or something. But anyway, it's written by young people, by the way, so it gets a bit coarse for my liking. But anyway, it's got a picture of a dick pic there. It could have been a finger. It wasn't. So that's her boyfriend, Zoe's boyfriend, sending her pictures. But we learn that there's going to be no service when they get there. Anyway, so off they go. Then we cut to, there they go driving there. And then we cut to a young man who is fishing by a lake or a river or whatever. And we see he's got a world's best dad. He looks very young. So I guess they're supposed to be out in the sticks somewhere. He's got a world's best dad cap on. So maybe he's a young dad, I don't know. But he's fishing, but his rod gets snatched. He gets a bite, but his rod gets snatched away from him. And he's like, oh, what happened there? And then something's about to get him, something making snarly noises. Gets got. He gets got. Right, so here we go. They arrive at the cabin. By the way, this was mostly filmed at I'll tell you in a minute. The Golden Oak Ranch, Walt Disney's Golden Oak Ranch, which is in Newhall, California. I'm sure Walt Disney would be proud that something associated with him was used for this film. He'd spinning in his grave. Anyway, so here they are, arriving at the cabin. All right, and Zoe says, that lake's rubbish, it's got something floating in the middle of it. Don't they clean it? And she says, that's a raft, you idiot. People to sit on. But always reminds me of the raft in Creepshow 2. Always remind me of that. And similar things happen in this, to be honest, apart from it's not a big bin bag, a big killer bin bag that gets them. Rubbish, trash bag, whatever you want to call it. It's Zombeavers, as you may have guessed. Right, so they arrive at the place and they're about to go in. They're having a look round. And the neighbour arrives. There she is, Mrs. Gregerson, played by, I'll tell you in a minute, I've no idea who. Phyllis Katz. Apparently she ad-libbed. Is that the word? Ad-libbed. What's the other word? Improvised. She improvised most of her lines, apparently, for this film. Not that you can tell, but they are funny. So there they are. Look, tell you it's crude. But anyway, so she's saying, come over and, if you want anything, we're just over there and all that stuff. But there we are. That's where they live, just next door, right next door, it seems. But later on in the film, they seem to be miles away. But anyway, never mind. With her husband there, Winston and their dog. And of all the people, because spoilers, pretty much everybody dies in this film. And the young ones, they all deserve everything they get. Maybe apart from Jane. But these two definitely don't deserve what happens to them. But anyway, right, so off we go. Obviously, the Zombeavers are watching them. And here they are. So they're settling in. There's just one bathroom, and there's no cell phone signal. There we go. No service, it says there. So anyway, so they're kicking off about that. She says, well, it's supposed to be just us and having a good time and all that stuff and getting away from the guys, etc. But anyway, I did say no phones, she says. She's got one of those down-turny mouths, like Elizabeth Banks. She just reminds me of her. Anyway, so they're going to go out and go swimming in the lake. And they're going to have to be careful here because Zoe's going to take her top off. So I'm going to have to be quick because she's got her top off for quite some time in this segment. So bear with me. I did well there, didn't I? I did well there. So they swim out. She takes the others don't take the tops off. She does. And off they go over to the what they call it, raft. The raft. There they are. Sunbathing. We also see, I don't know if it's going to show it, that cap, world's best dad cap floats by. There it is. The world's best dad cap floats by. Anyway. Right, so, what happens next? Yes, the Beaver Dam Lodge, whatever it is. They see that there. So they think, let's see if we can find a beaver. So off they go to go and check it out. There they go. Whoa, stayed that were close, wasn't it? And they see, look, there's that barrel of biohazardous waste there. And they think it's covered in beaver urine. But steady. That were close, wasn't it? They see the stuff there. And but then a bear arrives. Any second now. Hey! Crikey. Hey. No, blooming number. Yes, the bear arrives. I'm going to show it again. Let's go back again. Where's the bear? She's covered herself. There we go. A bear arrives. I don't know who played the bear either. The bear don't get a credit either. Neither the dog nor the bear gets a credit. They mustn't be in SAG-AFTRA or whatever the hell it's called. But there it is. We'll see that bear again later because that becomes a Zombeaver bear later on. By the way, when you become a Zombeaver, not just the beavers become zombies, people become zombies as well, and they get beaver attributes like teeth and a beaver tail for some reason. Anyway, so they get scared by the bear, but it seems as though it's the other side of the lake. But anyway, they're still scared. But then a gunshot goes off and the bear runs away. And this hunter fella arrives called Smith with a Y, who is played by Rex Lynn. That name rings a bell. What have I seen him in? It does. His face looks familiar as well. I don't know what I've seen him in. But Rex Lynn rings a bell. Cliffhanger. Yes, he was in Cliffhanger. He played like the agent that turned bad, in that. Yes, been in other stuff as well, Cutthroat Island, etc. But that's where I know him from. We're in Lethal Weapon as well. The TV series, not the film. But yes, Cliffhanger. That's where I know him from. Here is a local hunter called Smith, and so they all thank him. And then he says, you should cover yourselves up. There's good, honest folks round here. Anyway, So off they go. Back to the cabin after he rebukes them a little bit. But there you go. We've got decent folk out in this neighbourhood. You cover yourself up, showing your bare stomachs and your cute little tattoos. Although I can't see any tattoos on any of them. Anyway, whatever. Anyway, so off they go. Back to the cabin, and it's night time. They're having fun and popcorn, throwing popcorn about, blah blah blah. And then they hear a bang in a minute. There we go. Hang on, they're going on about. There we go. Zombeavers are coming. Look, maybe is it? They hear a bang. They're wondering what's going on. Is somebody playing a joke on them? And Zoe, being the brave one, goes to check it out. And she goes off into the woods. It's something that she knows about, by the way. She's not in any danger apart from the Zombeavers. But anyway. And then, they get scared and the door shuts behind them and they can't get back in because it's one of them, what they call it, a Yale lock or a Chubb lock. I don't know what the proper term is for them. Them that lock, you can only open from the inside unless you've got a key. It's got one of them on. So they're locked out now, they can't get out. And then this lad appears and farts in front of them. Ha ha ha! Comedy. This is him. Don't know his name, I've forgotten. Tommy, played by Jake Weary, I think. Yeah. Tommy is Mary's boyfriend. So there they are, they've arrived. Of the boyfriends. And then Zoe comes out with her boyfriend. He's carrying her. He's called Buck. And anyway, so she knew all about this. She knew they were coming, I think. So and then we see this other fella whose name I've forgotten. Sam? Is it Sam? Yes, Sam, played by Hutch Dano. Buck's played by Peter Gilroy. Is that it? Yeah. Right, and he is Jen's boyfriend, who she's got a picture of her phone with him kissing a mystery woman. So then, she's fallen out with him, but and he's come to kind of try and make up for her. But he got in. He opens the door, by the way, from the inside. Apparently, they'd left the window open, which is not important. I thought, they left the window open. That means something else is going to get in. Nah. But maybe it does, because something does get in. But anyway, I don't know. Bedroom window was open, but he should have said bathroom window was open, shouldn't he? Because the first time we see a Zombeaver in the house cabin is in the bathroom. So he should have said bathroom window was open, shouldn't he? Anywho, what part of stay away don't you get? Is it the stay away part? Anyway, right, so there we go. They're all going to be having sex soon, because apart from Jen and Sam, obviously. But off they go, inside. Lots of F-bombs in this film and other words and references to Jimmy Riddlers and women's parts and all that, because it's written by young'uns. And there they are, look, they're all at it. There's Sam and Mary at it, and blooming Zoe and Buck are at it and all, but they're not. And he's trying to apologise, but not very well. They're all horrible people, all these kids, apart from Jen. She's kind of nice. She's the wronged one, but they're all bloody awful people. That's it. They all deserve everything that happens to them. But there's the photo. It's just kissing somebody, isn't it? But I think we can guess who it is. It's somebody we know in the film. He's only kissing somebody. But later on, it's described as the girl you were on top of. But no, it's just kissing somebody. But anyway, he's saying he were drunk and it were at a party and stuff like that. There you go. I was really drunk. But she doesn't want to know. She slaps him twice. And then he grabs hold of her and they start kissing. And then she knees him in the nuts. Anyway, they've all done it apart from them two, and all that stuff. Right, so she goes into the bathroom to relax. Don't worry, she doesn't get stuff out. And then she opens up I think she's going to have a shower, and then she opens up the shower curtain. There we go. She's a noise. There we go. We see his first Zombeaver in the bath. I can stay of it. with its white eyes and its huge zombie teeth. And so she obviously screams and calls them out. There's the thing in the bathroom. So they all go in to check it out, and they say, it is there. There it is. Oh no, it's not there yet, but they do find it in a minute. There we go. It comes out of, I don't know where it comes out of, forgotten. Where are we? Because he's joking his book. Where does it come out of? I can't remember. I think it comes out through the floor, I think. Does it? No, it comes out of that little cabinet. Somebody else comes up through the floor later on. And it gives them a good old bite. There we go. I think it bites him. Or does it nearly bite him? No, it don't bite him. Anyway, so he batters it to death. There's I forgot his name already. Him. What's he called? I can't remember. I only know the girls' names. Tommy. Tommy batters it to death with a I think it's a baseball bat. I think it is. And they put it in a bag and chuck it out onto the porch. By the way, he's hit it that hard. It's basically he's almost cut it in half. It's all, it's kind of gruesome. I won't show it. Anyway, so they're all wondering what's going on, and they're saying, well, it's obviously got something wrong with it, rabies or something. But anyway, well, this is where we learn the nearest hospital's 30 miles away and all that stuff. And Buck says we should have an orgy. This could be our last night alive. Little do they know. But anyway, so I think then we could. Then we see that the Zombeaver in the bag is still alive and it's moving about. Next day, the hunter Smith is setting traps. I think bear traps. Or beaver traps. I don't know. He's setting traps anyway. He's setting bear traps, and I think he hears some noises in the woods. I don't know where this is supposed to be. I don't know where in America this is supposed to be. But it looks like Florida Everglades or something, doesn't it? But as I said, it was filmed in California. This is probably stock footage. I don't know, but anyway. Right, so they're all heading out to the raft now. There they go. They see that something's got that Zombeaver. So look, something snatched it. They think it was dead, so they think something snatched it. And he says, "Oh look, yeah, there's footprints. Look, how does it show it? There we go. Little tiny Zombeaver footprints. Obviously, it's just eaten its way out of the bag and ambled off." Anyway, so off they go to the pool. The Zombeavers are coming, very Jaws-like, or piranha. So they're all swimming away. There we go, and it just leaves. I forgot the names already. Sam, I think it's Sam, in it. Sam and Mary, and this is where we learn that the girl Jen, you can't see her, she's behind me. Jen is not going in the water today. She doesn't feel like it. Zoe's swimming about, and the two lads, Buck and Tommy, are splashing about there. This is where we learn that it's Mary in the photograph. There is Sam's asking her, have you seen the mysterious photos? It's about 300 times. And have you told her that it's you in the photo? But anyway, so apparently this weekend she was gonna tell her somehow, get round to it, but she hasn't done yet. But anyway, right. So they taught Jen into getting in the water, so off she goes. She starts getting in the water, but then something swims by her foot. There we go. She said, "Oh, something's just swum by me." I thought, "Yeah, you're in a bloody pond or a lake or whatever. There's bound to be living things in there." So that scares her. But then something gets Buck, and he gets, there we go, bloop, under the water. And then all blood comes up. Look, I'm guessing this must be CG blood, because it's really hard to do actual, unless put dye in it, but, if they had to do another take, they'd have to clean it all up or wait for it to disperse, wouldn't they? But I don't know. But he's had his foot bitten off. He gets his foot's bitten off. He's handling it well, isn't he? But so they drag him back to the raft, and they've got a Zombeaver attacks them, and Why can I never remember the name? Tommy chucks it back in the water. There's Buck's foot. Looks like one of them feet you get from, like, Spirit Halloween and fake limbs. And he's been bitten as well, look, on his shoulder. Apparently there's a bit where they forget to erase his foot. Oh, you can't see it behind me. So I'm guessing he's wearing like a blue sock for this. There you go. Bit ago. So they use the dog. The dog's... where is the dog, by the way? I think it's there. Is that it? They use the dog's harness to... as a tourniquet. That's what they do. There we go. Anyway, they can't get the Zombeavers are surrounding them or something. Jen ran back to the cabin. We learned there were a landline, but she's on the phone, and there's no dialing code signal, whatever the hell it's called. Tone, no dial tone. And see, the Zombeavers have got the phone. Are they intelligent? They must be. But they're animals, man. Anywho, right, the Zombeavers are swimming round. Look, they're circling, and I can't remember who it is. Is it Sam? One of them picks up the dog, who's called, I can't remember, and it's a name that I was thinking it's a relevant name. It's I think we see it earlier on. Hang on, I'll tell you. Just bear with me. Where is it? Here we go. Does it say here? I'm looking. It just says throws Zoe's dog. He chucks the dog in the water as a distraction, so the Zombeavers will go after it. I forgot what the dog's called. You know what? I'm going to type it in. What is the dog called in Zombeavers? Question mark. I shall punctuate it. No, it ain't. It's not called that. They said it's called Bugsy. It's not. It's not called Bugsy. Definitely not called Bugsy. I don't think it is. Gosling. That's it. It's called Gosling. Why does it say Bugsy? Tell you, Google AI is rubbish, isn't it? Yeah, it's called Gosling. So, is it named after Ryan Gosling? I have no idea. Were he around in 2014? I imagine he was. Anyway, somebody picks up the dog and chucks it in. Any second now. See, look, coming up through the raft, through the boards of the raft. She can't get through because obviously the phone's not working. And here we go. Somebody picks up the bloody dog. And there you go. They're getting through. So they need a distraction. Come on, who does it? All right, does he punt this one? There we go. Punts that one. Meanwhile, Jen gets attacked by a Zombeaver. I think it's the same one from earlier that they left in the bag, I think. Maybe not, don't know. So she's fighting that off. They're fighting bloody Buck's bleeding to death. It lasts. It must be a good tourniquet that they put on his foot. Anyway, there we go. Somebody chucks... There we go, it's Sam. Chucks Gosling in the water. And obviously Zoe's not happy about that. And there we go, the Zombeavers are after it. And they get it. So that's the end of poor Gosling, unfortunately. But thankfully, the dog was fine. There's an outtake. At the end, during the credits, there's some outtakes, and it shows the dog swimming about with the remote control beavers. They're all going, the dog's supposed to be scared of them. And he's like just swimming about and having fun. Anyway, so he's worked as a distraction as the poor dog. So the swim back to shore. There they go, swimming back to shore. Meanwhile, Jen's still fighting off this Zombeaver. There it is. I imagine most of them are hand puppets. Oh dear. But anyway, so they. I think she does get bit. Here it comes coming together. She stabs it with a knife. I think she does get bit or something. I think she does. She's. I think it's still alive. Yes, it is. Well, it's not. You know what I mean. It's undead, but it's fastened to the the top by the knife so it can't move. There you go. I think it says it's the one that we killed last night, and so they're wondering what's going on. And then they notice that there's loads of Zombeavers outside. Poor Buck has got his foot in a bag. They put his foot in a bag with some ice, and so they're wondering what to do. She's angry about a dog being killed. And this is where she spills the beans, because Zoe knew that Mary was the mystery woman in the photo. So this is where she tells us, I was going to tell you. And but anyway. Anyway, so they're surrounded by Zombeavers, apparently. And that one's, they keep hearing this batting noise. I wonder what's going on. And all the Zombeavers are doing that for some reason. And, there we go. Sam rips its head off and chucks it out. He says, do you want this? And they look out and they see all the Zombeavers' eyes glowing. Is it going to show them? I probably missed it, knowing me. There they are. Oh, there's a Zombeaver there. We go see all their Zombeavers' eyes. How many beavers are there? Super common beavers in America? You know, would there be like hundreds of beavers in a particular area? I have no idea. But there are here. For some reason, they're attracted to this cabin. I don't know why. Here we go. We've got to get Buck to a hospital, she says. So what they're going to do, Tommy, I can never remember his name. I keep wanting to say Tucker for some reason. I don't know why. Tommy says he'll take Buck to the hospital. Zoe says, I'm going with you. So she shoves his foot in her bag. And they park their car down the street, so they're going to use, or down the path or whatever, you know, the dirt road leading up to the cabin. So they're going to take their car. So he says, give me your keys. So anyway, so that's what they're going to do. So off they go. There they go. Into their car and then head off, and then go. The Zombeavers are outside, and so they decide to start barricading up the cabin. They're doing. He's just standing there talking to nobody. Remember, there's only these three left, and he's like there talking. They're busy moving stuff in front of the door. He's going, we've got to board up all these windows. I'll do the heavy lifting while they're doing it. But anyway, right. Meanwhile, next door, the I forgot the names. Gregersons. I forgot the names already. Yes, I was right. The Gregersons, Winston and Mern. She said, did you hear something then? And he says, no, I didn't hear anything, as he's reading his fishing magazine. He says, you know, we should go check on them. He says, oh, they're just the youngsters scissoring to Lady Gaga. Anyway, right, so they're heading, hopefully to safety. But then we see there's a tree down. Remember, beavers, they chew through trees, don't they, for their dams and stuff. So I'm guessing the beavers did this. So they can't get there. There must be only one road in and out. There always is, isn't there? Anyway, they see there's a truck there, a pickup truck there. So there we go. He finds an axe in there, and so he's going to go and try and chop the wood, I imagine. I don't know, but there he goes. He says, hurry. And while he's doing that, we hear a scream. By the way, meanwhile, Buck says, oh, I'm sorry, not feeling well, etc. And then we hear a scream, and we see he's being got. Tommy's being got. He's dead under the tree. So there must have been a Zombeaver there. Unless the tree got him. It's a Zom tree, maybe. So she's like, oh no. And then I think a Zombeaver appears, and she goes to get that, and then I think it gets shot in mid-air. I don't know if it leaps at her. That's it. Yes, I think one leaps at her. Let's go back a bit. One leaps up at her. There we go. And then we see a gunshot, and it's the hunter. Smith's arrived. He's arrived. So he bundles them in his truck and drives them back to the cabin. We see they've barricaded the doors. Obviously, they weren't expecting people coming back so quickly. But obviously, being beavers, they can just eat through the wood, can't they? And that is pointed out. Anyway, then there's this radio commercial. You're thinking, oh, it must be a worldwide thing or something.
This just in. If you are receiving this broadcast, barricade your doors and windows and do not leave your home. Unless you want the deal of the century. Come on down to Ashwood Toyota.
Oh dear. And the Ashland Toyota's got one of those big flappy armed things. I don't know what they're called. You know what they are. But I pass one every day. Well, when I go into town, I pass one, and they've got one at a local car wash. And I can never remember what they call them. What were they? What was series? Were they in one of them cartoons? Was it Futurama or something like that? What they called? Inflatable flappy arm thingamabobs, and one of them. Anyway. Right, so they're heading back. Anyway, it talks about beaver fever. It was like beaver fever in the 70s. I think that's what's happening with them. It says it was some disease. People catch it too, and it gave them diarrhea. It says, have you got diarrhea? I said, no. I said, oh, well, you're all right then. Anyway. Right, so they're fine. Zombeavers keep, appearing at the door, and they see this pickup truck arrives, and Mary's saying, is Tommy with them? But they don't go in for some reason, because they don't want to undo the barricades, so they head next door. They head next door. They see all the Zombeaver eyes. So they head next door, which seems to be suddenly it's miles away. Look, it was right next door when they arrived, wasn't it? In the daytime, obviously it must stretch at night. Was the land? Anyway, so there you go. They're going next door to the Gregersons, and he says, "Is Tommy there?" I said, "I'm sure he's fine." He isn't. Anyway, they arrive at the Gregersons. They put a book on the couch. The Gregersons are nowhere to be seen, and it looks as though there's been some sort of commotion. They go to find Mr. Gregerson all dead and stuff. Another phone had been chewed up. It says beavers like to chew on cables and things. So there you go. That's the explanation for that. There you go. Beavers like to chew on stuff. Anyway, so they're all just a lot of waiting about now, really. There goes, she's reading about beavers. They're herbivores. But she says, why do you look up zombie beavers? Anyway. So they're still going on about, the affair, which wasn't really an affair. He just kissed her. But anyway, she says, we've got other things to worry about. Meanwhile, back at the Gregersons, we see that Mrs. Gregerson is also dead. And there's probably the best scene in the film a little bit later. But when she ends up being not dead, it's very creepy. Anyway, he's asking about the foot, by the way. He asks about the foot. He says, what's that? He says, it's Buck's foot. We've put it in ice. He says, well, you can't just put it in ice. That'll damage the tissue and stuff. But, well, what should I do with it? But anyway. But he says, it's probably no good anyway. It's been too long. But anyway, right, so what they're going to do next. There we go. Oh, it says they're going to cauterise it. You're going to cauterise the stump. That's what we're going to do to stop the bleeding. Meanwhile, Jen. Yes. Something's up with Jen. Because Mary's gone to bed, and Jen just comes in and just slowly walks up to Mary, and we're thinking, oh, this is a turn for the better. We think, oh, a bit of girl on girl action's going to happen, but no. There we go. Jen turns into a Zombeaver person thingamabob. I don't know. And there we go. All the fingernails grow out, and she gets big teeth, and her eyes go white. And no, you're getting me. And she gets away, and locks Jen in the bedroom. Meanwhile, Smith is going to cauterise the stump, but before he does it, they've stuck a bit of his bite on this sort of thing. When they're about to do it, they hear a noise, like a growling noise, and they says, "What was that?" And I'm thinking it was Buck. They go, "What was that?" And they look out, they can't see anything, but then there we go. Buck is now a Zombeaver person thing. and he bites Smith. There we go, proper bites him and picks him up as well. Oh look, he's still got his stump. Look, and picks him up. And this scene kind of reminds me, if it shows it, there we go, that where he's picked him up like that. He's going, oh. And it kind of reminds me of, well, there's that scene in The Thing, isn't there? Where is it Palmer and I can never remember the names, and the other one, the radio operator, I forgot his name, picks him up, doesn't it? And it's like that weird thing where is dancing about with him. Or I think there's a similar scene in one of the Evil Deads. I don't know if it's Evil Dead 1 or 2. I think it's Evil Dead 2, I think, where they do that. It just reminds me of that, where he's picked him up as he's biting him. And she's trying to shoot with the gun, and she shoots Smythe through the face. Any second now. There we go. Through the eye. So poor Smith, not Smythe, Smith with a Y. So she runs off. I think she runs out of bullets or whatever. So she runs off with Buck in pursuit, and then she shuts herself in. Who's that? Oh, that's meanwhile. Yeah. Meanwhile, back in the other cabin, Jen is turning into a Zombeaver person more. She's got a Zombeaver tail, look, that she's hitting on the ground. So they say, what's she doing? And they say, she's saying, will it wear off, or can we, reverse it? And I think, no, you can't. And Winggrace is here, saying he's scared. There's nothing to be scared of Zombeavers. It's fun and stupid. Anyway, there was something earlier on. I said Winggrace, I'll know, and I forgot what it was. Never mind. Oh, I've just remembered Samantha Rutherford, isn't it, from Star Trek Lower Decks? Is it Rutherford? Samantha Rutherford. Fred Tatasciore, is that how I pronounce it? He does the voice of the Zombeavers in this film. As in, that sort of voice. Anyway, right, so, what's happening? So they've got to wonder what to do. She's shut herself in the bedroom, there we go, with Mrs. Gregerson. He is Shax. Are you sure? Oh, right, fair enough. I thought he was. Oh, well, fair enough. Fair enough. Hang on, let's have a look. Oh, Eugene Cordero is Sam Rutherford, isn't he? Yes, sorry, Shax. Right, whatever. I always get them mixed up. Anyway, so he's Shax then. The Bajoran security officer. Yes, Rutherford is Eugene Cordero. Right, fair enough. Fair enough. Anyway, where were we? Oh, yes, she's in with the dead Mrs. Gregerson, but she's not going to be dead for long because she sits up, and there we go. Her eyes start glowing. Look, she sits up. Best bit of the film, scariest bit of the film, to be honest. Does she get a service? No, I think. Oh, she's using the phone to see, and then she can't get away. That's it. Is it? Come on, show it. There we go. She knocks her phone down, and she can't get away. She tries to shoot her. There we go, and the gun like jams or whatever. So she just launches herself out the window. There we go. Pretty good stunt, I suppose. I don't know who the stunt woman is, but off she goes. And is she dead? Who knows? Anyway, meanwhile, boom, there we go, they're playing whack-a-mole. Genuinely. They're playing whack-a-mole with the Zombeavers in the other cabin. They keep popping up, look, in different places. There we go. Dear. Go on, there's another one there. It's all fun and games. So I think we've got to get out of here. I think a fire starters as well in a minute. Pardon me. Is it? Yeah, a fire starts in a minute. But anyway, they shut themselves in the bathroom, and they're gonna for some reason. Why? she keeps telling him to take his shirt off to see if he's been bitten. So she says it again now. So they both end up, in their underwear because we see that they're not bitten. So he's in his underwear and she takes her stuff off. And then they can't control each other and they're just snogging and stuff. So, because they're young and horny, I suppose. Anyway, meanwhile, this Zombeaver just decides to eat this outlet and sets itself on fire and thus lit the rest of the cabin. Anyway, so they're at it, or nearly at it. But then, up through the floor comes Zombeaver Jen. There we go. And she, well, you can imagine what she bites off now, can't you? She bites off Sam's willy. So he collapses and all that. So she runs out. The cabin's on fire. And she's wondering what to do. And then suddenly, hang on in a minute. She's thinking she can't escape. And then she's surrounded by Zombeavers. Went through the window or the wall or whatever, through part of it, there we go, comes Smith's truck. There we go. Nearly gets this poor, I'm presuming it's a stunt woman. Oh, she was all right. There we go. Knocked him over, buried in stuff. I'm sure that was entirely intentional. Too bad he isn't Klingon. Yes, he'd have a spare, wouldn't he, if it were bloody Kurtzman Trek. Don't get me started on bloody Kurtzman Trek and Klingons. They don't have two of everything. They have, redundancies, don't they? Don't mean they've got two of everything. Anyway, whatever. Like redundant organs and stuff, like backup. But anyway, we see it's Zoe driving Smith's truck, and they escape, and she doesn't say, why are you in your underwear? Mary, why are you in your underwear? But anyway, he goes, where's Jen? They're all dead, just go. So they drive out, leaving the, then there's this bit, leaving the cabin to burn. And then we see that there's the hunter, Smith, is there. He's now a Zombeaver thing. And I think this is probably an homage. By the way, there's little lines to do with other films in this. Earlier on, one of them has said, come out to the country, we'll have a few laughs, which is obviously a reference to Die Hard. And then this, I think, is from The Howling, when you see Sheriff Sam, played by Slim Pickens. He takes a shot at our heroes as they try and escape, and that's what he's doing here. There we go, shoots at them. And the crash, there we go, Zoe, look out! And she crashes the truck into the tree, but they're fine. So they get out. Oh, see, the neighbours are coming. We see all the others have turned into Zombeaver people. Wingray says, I know they don't. They have 4 testicles per academy after you stop. Yes, I know. I do. I watched the reviews. I just didn't watch the episodes. Quadra testicles as well. I hate it. It's stupid. Anyway, I bet they can't cross the legs, Klingon men, can they? Not with all that junk. Anyway, that's by the by. The truck won't start. The cabin's burning, and the Zombeavers arrived. She says, "Is this?" And all the others are arriving as well. There's Mrs. Gregerson, and presume her husband's there as well, and the others that turned into Zombeavers. There's just these 2 left. And she says, "Is this truck coated with honey?" Anyway. So they get out and, she starts it up, that's it. She starts it up and they drive away, but then Zombie Jen appears. I feel sorry for Jen. She's the only person in this, apart from the Gregersons, who didn't really deserve what happened to them. I suppose Smith as well, because he was just trying to help, wasn't he? He wasn't being horrible with them. Anyway, there she is, and then she hits the brakes and she falls off, and then they run her over. Oh, there we go. There we go. Nice view of her face. A model, a rubber head getting squished. And then all she says about poor Jen is never like that biatch anyway. Poor Jen. I feel dead sorry for her. She's always a horrible person, as well as Mary, even though she looks like Elizabeth Banks, but never mind. Anyway, as they're escaping, I think this is Mr. Gregerson and one of the Zombeavers. gnaw through this tree to stop it, but it don't work. And I had to watch this bit a couple of times. I was like, what happened here? Yeah, they get past it. They escape, and they just look at each other and go, what? It's dead stupid. Anyway, so they go. They've got to stop, because remember, the only road out, there's a tree down there anyway, where poor Tommy's under the tree. I think. I might not be now. I don't know. I don't know if we saw him again. But, yeah, well, the sun's coming up. There goes the tree. Oh, he's still there, look, is Tommy. Is he? Oh, he's moving, look. Is that soup? Is that not his arm? Is it just a still image and they've, like, superimposed an arm? It looks like it, doesn't it? I bet they did. I bet they thought, hang on, we need to see that Tommy's a Zombeaver now. But, you know, he's gone home. we don't have him anymore. So we'll use a still of him under the tree and we'll stick a superimpose. Somebody else will be his hand. Anyway, so they said, okay, we're going to make it. There we go. By the way, Zoe's got an axe. And we see, the setting off, we see that Mary has got a gun that she found in Smith's truck's glove box. There you go. Sorry, glove compartment. We call them a glove box. So she's saying, maybe you're a Zombeaver. But it turns out Mary's been bitten and she's going to turn into one. There we go, like that. So Zoe hits her with the axe and sets about chopping her up, which we don't see. We just see her going through the motions. There we go, chopping her up. And there we go. And poor Zoe's the only one left, and she staggers down the road. We see there's the smoke from the cabin burning. And then we hear a vehicle, and she's going, oh! You see a vehicle approaching. She's waving in the street. we see what vehicle it is. There you go. Hello. And then Luke says, hey, you see that girl? And he's on his phone, obviously. Yeah, I see her. He said, I trust you. And then obviously the door, bang, at the end. Hey, it's a laugh, isn't it? It's a laugh. Zombeavers, and then we have some bloopers, yeah. Where they're all laughing with their lines and beaver fever and all that stuff. Ha ha ha! It's serious, and then more bloopers, and then Luke telling a story of giving a hand job to somebody in Arby's. Says, I got one in Arby's, or did I give one? And they laugh about that. And then the fun and games and stuff and all that. There we go. Ha ha ha. Gnarly, margully. Anyway, so it's all some bloopers and stuff. It's all very funny. Ha ha ha. And then we have a funny song at the end. Zombeavers, I hear your sweetheart scream. She tells you why you don't believe her. It's a humorous song. A random genetic mistake. Zombeavers. Blah, 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 blah. Right, anyway, so there we go. But we're not done yet. There's an end credits bit. That's why I'm going through. There we go. Hang on. That's what I was saying. No animals were harmed in the making of this film, although the bear did receive a purple nurple. Not our fault, he started it. I don't know what a purple nurple is. I don't know. But is that true, or they just made it up? I don't know. Filmed almost entirely at the Golden Oak Ranch. As I said, apparently Walt Disney's Golden Oak Ranch, it says on IMDb. I'm sure Walt Elias Disney would be proud that this film was made, something associated with him. Anyway, after the credits, there we go. We see, I think it's the bear. It's I think it's died or something. It's stopped being a zombie. It's just lying there, doing nothing. We see a very bad-looking bee has been feeding on it. Oh, is that what it is? Oh, right, fair enough. What were they doing that to a bear for? I don't think they did. I think it's just a joke. Eh, dear. I've never, nobody's ever done that to me. Thank goodness. Anyway, where were we? The bee flies off and goes to its, I don't know, what do you call a collection of bees? I don't know. Because it's not a hive, is it? It's a bunch of bees. Anyway, it flies to them, kind of making maybe zombie bee noises. I'm not exactly sure. Kind of. You can hear it in the background. You can hear the bees buzzing in the background. You can hear. So zombies. And that's the end. That is the end. It just ends as the film. So there we go. So that's Zombeavers. There we go. Told you it'd be a quick one tonight. Not a lot, really, a huge amount to talk about in that film. Let's go back a bit. Steady. There we go. Pause it on that. Zombie teeth. Right, see if I can find any trivia. So apparently Courtney Palm, who went topless a lot in this film, was fine because she'd done it in another film a lot apparently. But whatever. 9 different puppets were used for the Zombeavers. What else? The Backstreet Boys are given the credit for being the Zombeaver Bear, for the voice of the Zombie Beaver Bear. I don't know. It says in the thing, the Backstreet Boys are given the cast credit for playing the Zombie Beaver Bear. It isn't clear if it was all of them. I don't know. Oh, cracky. What else? There isn't not a lot in this. Body count, 10 humans, 2 dogs. Oh, we see, because they had a dog, did the Gregersons, didn't we? I don't know if we saw what happened to that. 1 bear and 1 deer. And some bees as well, I presume. If you pause at roughly 38 minutes and 21 seconds, you will see Buck's leg isn't actually cut off. Oh, no, it's his foot, isn't it? Right, let's have a look. 38 and 21, see if we can see it. 38, 21. Right, let's have a look. Oh, gone too far. Right, let's go through it frame by frame. And we're going to see his foot's not cut off. Hang on, is it? Are we there? Hang on, where are we? What time are we on? Don't know. Can't see you there. Is it here where the fall off? Hang on. Have a look. Why didn't they just use an amputee? Oh no, I can't really see there, because it looks as though he's got his foot off there, doesn't it? Oh dear. Well, no, it's going in water now, isn't it? Stupid bloody thing. Do we get another view? Come on. I don't bloody know. I don't care. I just want to see. I want to see. Is it there? No, you can see his foot's off there. Whatever. I think IMDb's lying. See, I'm trying to stretch out this thing. Anywho, what was that one? Oh, that one, yeah. Wingers, can't wait for Zombeatles. Yes, that could be a zombie beat with an A. Ringo and George. And John. And Paul. Anyway, not Paul. Let's get George from George Martin, the producer, wasn't he? Who's the other one? Ringo, Paul, John, and am I blanking on the other one? I can see. Yeah, it is George Harrison. Yes. Dear. I'm a zombie. Hey. Anyway, so there we go. So that's the end of Zombeavers. A bit of fun. So right. That's the end of that. Thank goodness. Oh dear. Right. So we'll leave it there. It is fun. It's on Amazon, Kindle and paperback, and all that stuff. And it is a fun watch. It is a fun watch. And Pete Best has to kill them. Who was the 5th member of the Beatles? That's the Beatles. That's a Harry Enfield joke. Hey, was it the Beatles that did that? Is Ringo Starr the best drummer in the world? And one of them said he's not even the best drummer in the Beatles. Which Metallica stole, didn't they, apparently? The movie is on paperwork and Kindle. Is it? Did I just say Amazon? I don't know. It's on Amazon anyway. I'm sure it is on Kindle. I don't. Will there be a novelisation? I doubt it. You never know, though. You never know. There might be. I'd said we've got it on DVD somewhere, and I can't find it. I don't know where I've put it. So we're hoping there were going to be special features on, but never mind. Right, so we'll leave it there. So what's coming up next? On Sunday, I don't know what I'm doing on Sunday, if anything. If there is, Peter David wrote it. Maybe so. Or Alan Dean Foster, he did a lot of film novelisations, didn't he? And Donald F. Glutt, etc. Anyway, what we're saying, Sunday. I don't know what I'm doing Sunday. We'll see. Might be another UFO news. Who knows? Don't know what's going to happen. Because there is some UFO news. Oh, yes. The US government has bought the domain antialiens.gov. so anyway. But anyway, on Monday, on Monday, we're doing League of Extraordinary Gentlemen for Magnificent Mondays. Good film. I really like it. Don't listen to the critics. And I don't know what I'm doing next Friday. Winger says, I'll try to get abducted before then for your show. Cheers, I can interview you. I've been thinking, should they get more guests on stuff, or co-hosts? Don't know. Because I'm a rubbish conversationalist. Which is why I do them alone for the most part. But anyway. Next Friday, I might do, I don't know, The Forgotten. I'm not sure. I can't remember. It's a long time since I've seen it. I can't remember if it's a horror film. I know it's a sci-fi-ish film, but I can't remember. So that'll either be next Friday or the Monday after. I'm not sure. I'll have to watch it. Give it a watch. It's a long time since I've seen it. Speaking of, spoilers, UFOs. But anyway. And then next Wednesday, for Watch Party Wednesday, it's going to be the last one for a while. I thought I'll do 10, and then we'll have a break. We'll do it in seasons, and we'll have a break for a while. And I'll catch up on stuff like me Star Trek reviews and other stuff, me top 5 films from each year. I'll catch up on them on Wednesdays. So that'll be that's on Wednesday. And we're watching on Wednesday the episode 10 of Watch Party Wednesday. It's going to be Who Dares Wins, a.k.a. The Final Option. That's what it was called in America. Apparently a mistake was made in the title. The Final Option was like the subtitle, whatever they call it, the log line, whatever you call it. And somebody put that in as the title of the film in America. But anyway. Winggrace asked, did you watch the Stargate stream? I didn't watch it live. I've watched part of it. I watched about half of it so far. I had to do this. But yeah, interesting. I think I'll do a news thing about it tomorrow. I thought, no, everybody else will. But we didn't really learn a lot, did we? But anyway, that's for another time. Right, so we'll leave it there. So thanks, Winggrace, for popping in. And keeping me company while we watch or go on about Zombeavers. Terrible film, but fun. But right, so we'll leave it there. I'm telling you, I'm waffling, aren't I? We'll leave it there. So, thanks for watching, wherever you are. Don't have nightmares. You're safe from Zombeavers, don't worry. Look after each other, and until next time, I'll say the